So it's total of
Total is
285.
253, I believe. Is that right, Ruby?
Yes, Judge.
All right, 253.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right, Mr. Grossman, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
Good, thanks. I have a couple on your docket.
Yes, sir.
Robert Dickman.
Okay. 21TR7740. Yes, sir.
This one I'd like to try and resolve.
All right.
This is a 91-year-old with a clean driving record.
Date of birth 1930. Wow. And a clean driving record. Tell your
Perfectly
client,
clean.
Yep. Tell your client to please continue driving safe. Judicial warning.
I will.
All right. Next.
The other one I have is Numa, N-U-M-A.
Okay.
I'd like to try and resolve that as well.
Yes, sir. 96 to 70. And it's a good driving record. All right, withhold of adjudication, 175 plus cost.
That's all I have. Maybe excused.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, too.
Mr. Adam Carney. I don't know if Lee Carney's with us yet, but Mr. Adam Carney. Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor. Adam Carney, we've got 4 cases on the docket. Scott Whidden.
Yes, sir. He's got 3 cases, 21TR 5279, 5285, and 5286. Yes, sir.
He's got a corresponding felony charge on this one, so we're just asking to continue this.
Yes, sir. How far out do you want me to set this?
I think do 2 cycles, and then we'll just touch base from there.
All right. Well, they're not really assigned to me. I don't have cycles, so like 2 months.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Can you give me a date roughly 2 months out for a pretrial, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Give me one second. So,
Sure.
I have July 6th at 9 a.m.
Mr. Carney?
Yep, that works.
All right, July 6th, 9 o'clock.
And just to clarify, that's on all 3 of his cases, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
The next one will be the same request, and it's on Jeffson Antone, A-N-T-O-I-N-E.
Same request as in you wish to continue this to another pretrial in July.
Correct. He's
Okay.
a pending felony, yeah.
That's fine. Let's do the same thing, please. All right. And I've got one more.
More on here, but we can go with this Joni, G-J-O-N-I.
Yes, sir. 21.
99 and 70. Got a decently clean record. I'd like to resolve this case today.
Okay. All right. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you. And then one last one is Edgar Alcevez Puig. I can just give you the, it's 20 TR 29094.
20 TR?
20 TR
29094. There we go. Thank you. That was helpful.
What?
All right.
And actually,
Yes, sir.
is that still pending? Because I'm looking at a disposition in here in the file. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's for a different case. We'd like to change the plea on this one, Judge.
Okay. You want to set it for a hearing instead?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. All All right, what's the next hearing date?
Would you like it in front of yourself or any other judge?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. I have June 15th at 1:30.
June 15th, 1:30? All right.
That works
Work
just
for you,
fine,
Mr. Carter?
Judge.
All right.
Yep. All right. Thank you very much. I think that's it for me.
All right, thanks, sir. Have a good day.
You too as well. Thank you.
I've got Joshua Alexander.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
I'm here for Eduardo Blanco de la Torre.
Yes, sir. This is 21TR8269. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Is there an offer to resolve this today?
You can do a withhold 175 in costs.
That would sound great.
All right. All right. And 60 days to pay. Very
Thank
good.
you.
All right, thanks, sir.
May I have the defendant's name or the case number?
The case number was 21TR8269.
Thank you.
It was a withhold 175 in costs.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, sir. Have a good day.
Have a great day.
All right. Tom Rosenblum.
Hey, good morning, Judge. I've got William Coleman, 21TR9579.
Yes, sir.
And this one, Judge, I would like to ask for a hearing. He's a CDL driver.
Very well.
Just want to try and work something out.
All right. The next trial date is
June 15th at 1:30.
June 15th, 1:30.
June 15th at 1:30. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, sir. Have a good day.
Everybody have a good day. Can I say hi to Victor? Hey, Victor.
We get to reconnect people on Zoom. This is great.
And I might as well say go Knowles too, Judge.
Go Knowles.
See
Absolutely.
ya. Y'all have a great day.
All right. Juan Delgado.
Morning, Your Honor. It's Juan Delgado. I actually am standing in behalf of Monica Fish as well, sir.
Yes, sir.
I can start with her. She only has one. It's Maria Dos Santos.
Okay.
It's,
This is 21TR6487. Yes, sir. What would you like to do?
yes, so that one, we'd like to get an offer to resolve this one today, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there a criminal case associated with this?
We do believe that she was also stopped for a no valid driver's license, sir, but has not been submitted yet. This was she was stopped a while ago, but it has not been submitted yet for that criminal traffic case, Your Honor.
That's strange. One moment.
Sam, can you? I don't see shit. I don't hear it. I'm not stable. Can you log in through your computer?
Hold on. I can hear you. Whoever's talking. For some reason. Oh. Hold on. Okay. All right. If you want to resolve this case, I can do withhold adjudication, 155 plus cost.
Take that, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
I do have two more of my own, Your Honor. I do have Mr. Michael Smith. That's 21TR9686.
Okay.
Yeah, that's also a speedy ticket here, Your Honor. Is there any chance we can get a favorable offer today, Your Honor?
Well, I'll give you an offer. You can decide if it's favorable or not.
Let me pull this one. Actually, this one might be one of the ones I didn't want before. This one was 81 and a 50.
No.
Yeah.
Go ahead and set this one.
I figured. Yeah, we'll set that one for hearing, Your Honor.
June 15th at 1:30.
15th one.
Thank you. And then my last one, Your Honor, is Miss Lynn McGrath, 21 TR 6715.
Okay. And what would you like to do?
I do believe I have a better shot getting an offer at this one, Your Honor. This was only 95 and a 70. I do think she's had a much cleaner record than Mr. Smith.
All right. All right, withhold adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thanks, sir. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
All right. I've got Amanda Garant, and I apologize if I mispronounced that.
You pronounced it just fine, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing well.
I've got two on the docket today. Mr. John Kluchik, 21 TR 9496. And we wanted to ask if the court would entertain a motion to dismiss. My understanding is he has a totally clean record. He's just a young college kid. And this is his first ticket of any kind.
I wouldn't dismiss it on that basis, but I can otherwise resolve it favorably if you want to.
If he wanted to do the volunteer work option, about how many hours of volunteer work would he be looking at?
The statute requires, I don't know why they didn't just set a dollar amount. To do community service in lieu of financial obligations, they set it based upon the federal minimum wage, which is still, give me a moment. They base it on the federal statute. And it's still currently $7.25 per hour.
Okay, we'd like to set this for trial, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
June 15th at 1:30.
Okay.
Thank you. And the other case is Natasha Wilczak, 21 TR 3609.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
And we are looking to resolve this today. Would the court entertain a request to amend this to a less serious violation? My understanding is this also is a clean record.
I don't believe I have the authority to amend a citation. Only the issuing agency can do so. So if you want to set up a trial and talk to the officer and see if you can talk them into it, I'd certainly like to give you that opportunity.
No, let's just resolve this today. What would be the court's offer?
This is a standard statutory penalty, the adjudication, $1,000 fine and costs.
And what would the costs be?
103.
Okay, let's resolve that today, but can we get 90 days to pay?
Yes, ma'am, of course. All right.
Your Honor, can you repeat the fine, please?
It's $1,000.
Thank you.
It's a 50 over, so it's a mandatory penalty.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. May I be dismissed?
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too.
Take care. This is Samara. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good, good. I have one case, Augusto D. Abreu.
Okay. Hold on. There you go. Yes, ma'am.
And we would like to resolve it, Judge. I believe the record's good. I'm just asking for a withhold.
Okay. Withhold 150 plus costs.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.
Take care. All right. I've got Juan Mendez Babani.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. This is Attorney Juan Mendez Babani on behalf of Mr. Eric Crear, Crear.
Thank you. One moment. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're looking to see to close it, if we can close it out today with a withhold.
Okay. Yes, sir. I can do a withhold $60 fine plus costs.
Okay, perfect. How long does he have to pay it, Your Honor?
The standard I do is 60 days.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's good.
All right, 60 days to pay. Very well.
Thank you.
Can I have that case number, please?
Oh, sure. It's 21 TR 7338.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. And I think you have one more.
I only show one more, but yeah, what's the other defendant's name?
Yosef Rudd. 21
Okay, yeah, we can,
212.
yeah, we can clear. Yeah, I don't know why I never got the notice on the, but yeah, name sound familiar. We can close that one out as well today.
Okay. Let's see.
Speeding ticket too, yeah.
Yes, sir. 97 and a 70.
Yes.
And clean driving record. You want to resolve today?
If we can resolve it today, yes.
Yes, sir. Withhold 175 plus cost.
All right, perfect, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Here. Mr. Lucarelli, good morning.
Sorry, Judge, my fingers aren't as nimble as they used to. Could we set this for hearing? I think that Corporal was willing to work. He understood that this young lady's having some issues since her parents divorced a couple of years ago, and a recent issue at school and some vandalism at her home. I'd ask to set it for a hearing so that I can talk to the officer, Corporal Moore.
Yes, sir, of course. Are we still doing June 15th?
June 16, Your Honor.
June 16.
16?
I've been saying 15 the whole time, but apparently I hope you've gotten it correct. I'm going to trust that you know better than I do.
Is that 1:30, Madam Clerk?
It is. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Take care. All right. Mr. Redmond.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good morning, sir.
Judge, I have two cases. Heriberto Fernandez Fuentes is the first one.
Yes, sir. 21 TR 7353.
Judge, I think he's got a pretty good record if we can maybe close this one.
All right. Yes, sir. Withholding costs.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is Maria Nuzo Hernandez. This is an expired DL with no probable cause for the stop, but her license is fine. She reinstated and she's in good standing with the license. It's valid.
All right, give me just a moment. I believe she's still going to need to show proof to the clerk, otherwise they're going to issue a suspension.
Of the license, Judge?
Yeah.
I ran it now. I just don't know how to share the screen. It's up on the website.
I know, but the clerk of court usually requires a filing of proof.
Judge, can we reset this for a pretrial? I don't know if your clerk can actually bring up her license or not.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I can pull it up in David. That's not the issue. If I can confirm it's valid, I'll just dismiss it today. But the clerk's office there's a statute that requires proof of compliance for certain offenses, and until that proof of compliance is filed with the clerk of court, they issue a D6.
Okay.
So let me open up David real quick. I can confirm the validity of her license and resolve this case, but you still need to take that last step for her and file proof. So give me just a moment. Just a moment to run the license here. The license is valid, so the case is dismissed. And like I said, just,
I will, Judge.
file proof and you'll be in good shape.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great
All right.
morning as always. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day. All right, Mr. Berkman. Good morning. David Berkman, can you unmute, please?
Sorry.
No, you're good. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. So,
Who are you
Fabian
representing?
Basabi.
I'm sorry?
Fabian Basabi?
Do you have a case number?
Yeah, 2021 TR 2186.
Got it. Yes, sir. All right, what would you like to do?
I think it's going to be a change of plea, Judge.
Okay. All right, good driving record, withhold of adjudication, 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, sir. Any
Your
other?
Honor,
Oh, hello.
sorry, Judge, when you're finished.
All
Judge,
right.
if you may give me just one moment, please.
Sure. Mr. Berkman, do you have any other cases today?
No, Judge, thank you.
All right, have a good day, sir.
Same to you.
All right,
Judge, I have an SBI case that's starting in like 4 minutes in Sarasota. Is there any possibility that I can jump on and do my one case?
yes, sir, no problem. All right.
Zimmer.
Who are you representing?
Zimmer, Zimmer, David Hanel for the record. Good morning, Judge. Thanks.
Good morning, sir. You're doing an SBI case on Zoom.
We are, yeah. I've done a couple fatals and SBI cases in the last 4 to 5 months.
I did one fatal. We need to start doing those in person. All right.
So the situation, Judge, this guy just graduated, my client, from Notre Dame Law School. He's got no history whatsoever. He's waiting to be admitted. We can all relate to that.
Yes.
Scary.
Yes.
I had him do the 12-hour ADI, just so you know. He was going back and forth in one day to see his parents, who he had not seen in a long time because of COVID, and obviously was driving too fast on the alley.
All right. What are you looking? I see the certificate. What are you looking for me to do?
Just to try and get a withhold for him, Judge. I know he's going to have to update his reporting with ethics or whatever with the bar. He knows that. Just trying to not whack him with any points.
I would hope this wouldn't cause him too much of a problem. Then again, the bar wanted to know why I quit a job as a prep cook when I was in college. I had to explain that to them. And I said, well, basically, chopping broccoli all day long is not the most fun way to earn a living.
Agreed.
All right. There's actually a longer story to that, but I'm not going to go into it. All right. Yes, withhold of adjudication, 250 fine plus costs.
Okay, great. 90 days to pay, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for taking that.
I wish you the best of luck. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, I had to write an essay to the bar explaining why being a prep cook at the Mill Bakery, Eatery, and Brewery wasn't for me. All right. Nicholas Torres.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Jerry McTide. He has 2 cases.
I'm sorry, the last name again, please?
McTide, McTide.
Got it. Yes, sir. 2 cases, 21 TR 3147 and 3153.
Judge, I'll be requesting one final pretrial. These 2 are attached to a misdemeanor that is set to resolve the first week of June.
Sure. All right. You want another pretrial?
Please.
Okay. About how far out? Maybe, a month or so, or 2 months?
Yeah, a month is enough, Judge.
Okay. Ruby, can I get a date, another pretrial roughly a month out?
We have June 8th at 9 a.m.
When did you say the misdemeanor pretrial was? Troy, you have a bit of a rough internet connection there.
June 7th, so that's perfect.
There we go. Perfect. June 8th.
Oh, sorry, it's June 7th, so June 8th works perfect.
Very good. June 8th, both cases, 9 o'clock, please.
Thank you, Judge. Good.
Oh, be there? Nope. All right, hope you got the date. We'll send him notice. All right. Mr. Brown. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Judge. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I have one for you today. Justin Etheridge. It's two citation numbers 20-28444 and 28446 TR. Mr. Etheridge lives out of state. These are simple citations for failing to carry proof of registration and insurance. So the court had continued it a couple of times for him to get me that information.
Right.
But he hasn't been able to, and they are getting pretty old. So I think at this time I'll just enter a plea of no contest and ask for the minimum fine on that.
Okay, that's fine.
Whatever that may be. I usually haven't pled those out because usually they're resolvable another way. But
Sure. I mean, I just need proof of registration. I'm always willing to resolve it favorably, but all right. Withhold adjudication, $30 fine plus costs. Are they both failure to register?
one of them's registration. I believe the other's proof of insurance. Let me take a double check that.
It is, Your Honor.
They are? All right. Yeah, both cases withhold adjudication, $30 fine plus costs.
I believe that's all. Day, sir.
All right. Have a good day, Mr. Brown. Take care. All right. I've got Joseph Timlickman. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, Your Honor. It's Joseph or Joseph, same thing.
Sorry. Good
No,
morning.
you're fine. Good morning, Your Honor. I have one ticket with you today, Artem Avakian. You want the case number or the citation number?
The case number, please.
Case number is 11-2021-TR008189-0001.
One moment. Yes, sir. All right, what would you like to do?
He's got a pretty clean record. I'd love if we can do a withhold.
Let me take a look. Yes, sir. I believe we can do that. Oh, sorry, I just saw the speed. Well,
It's bordering. It's bordering. I know.
that is shockingly fast for a minivan. That's impressive.
He's got really loud kids.
I can understand that. I can relate. I can understand why you want to get somewhere fast under those circumstances. All right.
Get them home.
All right. He has a perfectly clean record. All right. Withhold of adjudication, 4-hour driving school, $255 plus cost.
And you want him to take the 4-hour driving school?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Your Honor. And 90 days to pay?
I can do 90 days. Yes.
Okay. So just for clarity, $255 plus cost and the 4-hour driving.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right. Mindy Sohn. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. Sorry, had to take myself off mute.
Oh, you're good.
How are you today?
I'm doing well, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Judge, I have two cases this morning. One is for myself, and the name is Ryan Ricketts.
Okay.
With an R. And we'd like to try to resolve this today if we can with a withhold.
Okay, let me take a look. Yes, ma'am, I can do that. Withhold 150 plus costs.
May we have 90 days, Judge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And the other case is for Scott Kidnert's office. It's Mr. Acosta Rojas.
Okay, one moment.
Two last names.
Got it. 21 TR 9714, Ruby. Yes, ma'am, what would you like to do?
If I may do a brief motion to dismiss on this case.
Sure.
If you take a look, there is no method or type of device. It doesn't say radar, laser, VASCAR. It doesn't indicate what it is at all. Rule 6.445 requires that they indicate what type of device it is on the body of the citation.
This is Guillermo Acosta Rojas?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, respectfully, it does. It says in the body, it says unlawful speed, opposite moving radar, and then it has a serial number on it.
Huh.
I can show you. Yeah.
No, I trust you, Judge. I just am reading what they sent over to me. So in that case,
The motion's denied.
maybe Mr. Rojas has another ticket somewhere else, and
Maybe.
they sent me the wrong notes. I don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
But in that case, they would like to possibly change their plate.
Okay. No problem. He's got a good driving record. Withhold adjudication 175 plus costs.
Great. And we have 90 days, Judge?
Sure.
Thank you so much. Sorry for that. I will
No problem.
let them know.
But you can tell them next time you would appreciate a copy of the citation along with their motion, so you can look at it yourself.
They had somewhere to run to early this morning, and they kind of texted me the coverage, and so I agreed to help them out.
It happens. I understand.
It happens,
I've been there. It's all right.
Thank you, Judge. Have a wonderful day.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mr. Carney, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Doing well, sir.
Judge, I have one case on the docket today. Derek Dantley, that's 21 TR 5124. I believe this has been subject to a motion to consolidate with the criminal violation. And I've not received an order on it yet.
When was the motion filed?
Madam Clerk may be able to help better on that. That was filed in the criminal action.
Oh. Do you have the criminal case number?
Yes, I do.
It's a CT?
It's a MM 010241. No way, I'm sorry. That's an error. Okay, that's wrong. Just a moment. '21 CT 546. I believe a motion was filed.
That's
created.
Oh, there is. There's a motion to consolidate. All right. You'll have to reach out to Judge Adams' office and see what's going on with that, because he's
No, I understand.
I know he's usually very quick on addressing motions like this. So.
All right. We'll ask that this be set for next pretrial then to allow that to proceed. What date would that be, please?
We can set it roughly a month out, Ruby, and it'll probably come off that docket, I'm sure, by the time the motion consolidate gets signed.
Okay, we have June 1st at 9 a.m.
Does that work, sir?
That's fine. Okay. That is what I have this morning, sir.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Take care. Mr. Menendez?
Yes, Ron, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. And I just have two cases this morning.
Yes, sir.
So the first one is Nielsen Fiona.
Okay.
I'm going to resolve that one, Your Honor.
All right. This is 20 TR 12007. And it's a good driving record. Withhold adjudication 175 plus costs.
Thank you. And then the other one is Hector Cabrera.
Okay.
And same thing, resolve that one.
All right, 21 TR 9466. All right. Withhold of adjudication.
Thank you
Right
so
on the
much.
line. I can do it with the school.
Okay, that's fine.
Withhold 4-hour driving school, $255 plus cost.
Thank you. Okay, as always, I appreciate it.
Thanks, sir. Have a great day.
Bye.
Take care. Mr. Raheb.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
I think I recognize 3 people on this entire call. That's not good.
Well, it's an interesting thing with the our developments in technology.
Yes, sir.
Folks are able to address their cases without having to get local counsel to help them in the traffic court. They're able to do it themselves. And so we see folks from all parts of the state now.
Yep.
They're addressing their own cases in traffic court.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and the bar sucked getting in. I didn't do anything, and it took them 8 months to let me in. But I hear it's even worse now, Judge, than when we were doing it. So.
Oh, for the
Yeah,
bar.
to getting in, I think one of my associates something about you got a grade in some school and it was a B and you put B plus. I mean, it's crazy.
The one thing that my character and fitness review that they really want to know about was why I quit working as a prep cook at the Milk Bakery when I was a sophomore in college. I mean, aside from the fact that in the short time I was there, I tore my fingertip off in an accident.
See, maybe you sued him, and the sous chef was.
I did not sue them, but I've got the score to prove it. They wanted me to come to work and prep the salad bar literally in the middle of a hurricane, and I decided my life was worth more than a salad bar, so I quit. And for some reason, they found that suspicious.
Yeah. You should write him a postcard from where you are now, Judge.
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
Thank
I've
you.
got one ticket. She's got nothing. The speed's kind of high, Judge, but she's got 21 TR 7500. Record shows a 0, but she is 31 over. So we're just seeing if court be amenable to a withhold.
All right, she's got a good driving record. Speed it's high, but it's not terrible.
Crazy high, right?
Yeah, no, it's not. All right, I can do a withhold with a school.
Sure, Judge. The 4 hours, and can then she get 90 days to get all that done?
Of course. 90 days to pay and for school, please. Withhold 4-hour driving school, $255 plus cost.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too, sir. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Gordon, good morning.
How are you, Judge?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
I'm okay. I've got a few cases. We'll get through them quickly.
No problem.
First case is Leifer, Leifer, Norman, 21 TR 8653.
Yes, sir.
89 and 70, good record.
You want to resolve it?
Yes, please.
All right. Withhold 150 plus cost.
Okay. And how many days to pay, Judge?
I've been doing 60.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay.
Next is Morel. There are 2 citations. One's for speeding, one is for tint. On the tint case, I did enclose an exhibit saying that she had those fixed.
I see that. All right.
Then we'll resolve the speeding case.
No problem. So it'll be 21 TR 7387, which is the tint ticket, is dismissed. The other one, the speeding ticket, which is 7355. She's got a good driving record. Withhold of adjudication, 155 plus cost.
Okay. Next case is Olea, OLEA. It's Oscar. This was amended to 79 by the officer. We'll resolve the ticket, Judge.
All right. Withhold $25 fine plus cost.
Next case is Slaja, SLAJDA, Selena. Speeding ticket, we'll resolve that as well.
Okay. Withhold 150 plus cost.
Next is TIRON, TIRON, Tatiana. It is a mandatory speed. I didn't see any prior history or prior elections. We'll resolve that, Judge.
That's interesting. Give me a moment. I don't have a driving record, but it's a Florida license.
Oh, I was able to see a record. Okay.
It's not in my file, but I can look it up.
Okay.
You saw a record in the court file?
Yeah, because I saw she had, it's the one I looked at, said licensed since 2010, and
Well, there it is. It was not there. I hit refresh and now it appeared.
okay.
That's just bizarre.
So did I look at the correct one?
You did. No, you did. It's something with our software. We have special software for the judges, and it doesn't always pull everything out of the clerk system that it's supposed to. They're working on it. All right, give me just a moment.
No problem, Judge.
But I gotta tell you, it is frustrating to have that because I could miss something important.
Sure.
All right, no, she's got a withhold on an improper. See, and here's another thing. All right, so here's the driving record. You know, let me show you this.
Okay.
This is just bizarre, right? So here's the driving record. I'm going to share a screen.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Before I flip over, some of this is considered like PII. I'm on YouTube. Do I have your permission to show the driving record on the screen? If not, I won't do it.
That's fine, Judge. I don't think there's anything.
Okay. So this is clean. There's literally not a single entry on here of any tickets, right?
Yeah.
Here's the other one. And I'm careful. I'm only showing a screen in David that won't contain anything bad. Withhold
Okay,
on the proper turn 2016.
Okay.
Right. And I'm not showing that to, it doesn't make any difference how, one ticket 5 years ago is not going to affect this case, but I think it's strange that the driving record doesn't show that. All right. Withhold adjudication, 4-hour driving school, $255 plus cost.
Okay, Judge. The last one I have is Washington, Naomi Washington, 21 TR 6722. We can resolve that as well.
Okay. I will say this for you and anybody else who's still listening. When there's a conflict with the driving records, the tie always goes to the defendant. That's just how I'm going to do this. I'm always going to give the benefit to the defendant.
Okay.
All right. All right, you want to resolve this one?
Yes, please.
All right. Withhold adjudication, $155 plus costs.
And I believe those are all my cases, Judge, for this morning.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. You too. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Lopez.
Good morning. I have one case.
Yes, sir. I've got 21 Yes, sir. 21 TR 5890.
Yes, I'd ask if the court could consider a withhold on this case. It's fair to stop at a red signal.
Give me just a moment. Not a crash. And it's a good driving record. All right, withhold adjudication. 155 plus cost.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Mr. Paz.
Good morning, Judge. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I've got a funny story about myself in the bar as well, but we can't do that on YouTube, so might not be appropriate for court either.
To be clear, we're talking about the Florida bar, not
Yes.
the other bars that are
We
available
are.
to attend in the state of Florida.
Yes. We'll
save
save that for another time, Judge.
I think I'd like to hear it, but yeah, I understand. All right. Go ahead.
First one I have, Judge, is Mercado, Ellen Mercado.
All right. Yes, sir. 21TR10018.
We're going to do a change of plea, Judge. Last moving was 17. There was a red light camera in 19.
All right. Change of plea?
Yes.
Okay. Withhold 175 plus cost.
Thank you. The next case, Judge, would be Gonzalez, Jose Gonzalez Fernandez. So it'd be under Gonzalez.
Yes, sir. 21TR5223.
Change of plea. Clean record.
All right. Withhold of adjudication, 155 plus cost.
Thank you. Next case would be Restifo, Restifo.
21TR.
Change of, I'm sorry.
9462. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
That's a change of plea, no contest.
Okay. All right. Good record. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
The next one, Judge, is Cabrera, Leopoldo Cabrera Ramos.
Okay.
That's a change of plea.
All right. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Next, Judge, would be Carrasco, Adani Carrasco Luzardo.
Okay. 21TR9564.
Change of plea.
Okay. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
The next one, Judge, would, I believe it's under Alfonso, Dunya Alfonso Fernandez.
Okay. 21TR8845.
Change of plea.
All right. Withhold adjudication, $30 fine plus cost.
Thank you. Next one would be Caraballo, Jose Caraballo.
Ruby could probably correct you.
Probably.
All right. 21TR4636. How would you say that, Ruby?
Carabajal.
That sounds so much better.
I can put my Cuban out there, Judge. Caraballo.
There you go.
I just haven't used that much Spanish since high school. We're gonna enter a change of plea on this one, Judge. We've requested compliance. They have not provided it. It's previously continued, so
That's fine. Any priors to this? No. Okay. Withhold adjudication, $30 fine plus cost.
thank you. Garcia Yanez, Mario Garcia Yanez.
Got it. 21TR9104.
Change of plea.
So here we go again. Florida license, no record in the, oh, there it is. I didn't talk to these people. All right, well, it appears to be a good driving record. We'll just have to assume that it is. All right.
I'll take the tie goes to the runner, Judge.
I mean, joking aside, I think that's the only thing I can do that's fair. Withhold adjudication, 155 plus cost.
Thank you. And there should be one last case, Judge, which is Kalach, Kalach.
All right, 21TR8172.
Change of plea.
All right. No, there has been a trend for some reason in Collier County, where driving records of folks in traffic court are suddenly much better than they used to be.
I've heard that your colleagues have complained, Judge.
I'm not complaining. If that's the case, I'm happy to know that we've got much better drivers on the roads.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining either. But some of these speeds have me wondering.
What we've already, I can tell you, we already have figured out the problem. The driving records were only going 2 or 3 years back, and they were with everything before that. So they're working on the problem. So just be prepared. We're going to start to see stuff. We're going to start to see people's whole records in the near future. But in the meantime, here's another good record. All right. Withhold of adjudication, $30 fine plus cost.
Thank you. Well, you know what, Judge? At least it's clearing cases out for that matter. So.
Sure. Yeah, I said if the government makes a mistake, the defendant gets the benefit. That's how it works.
Hey, I'll take it.
Have a good day, sir.
Take care, Judge. Always a pleasure. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mr. Mercado. Good morning, sir.
I am here covering for the law offices of Ivan Guerrero on behalf of Ivan Guerrero.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to see if the court would entertain a withhold on this case.
Let me take a look. Yes, sir, I can do that.
Okay, we'll take that, Your Honor.
All right, withhold adjudication, $175 plus cost.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day, sir. Take care.
You too.
All right, Mr. McGann, Mr. Todd. Morning,
Good
gentlemen.
morning, Your Honor. I just have one case, Jocks, myself.
Yep, Mario Jared Jacques, excuse me. 21 TR 8402 and 8405.
He would like to set his case for a traffic trial court date.
All right, Ruby, can I get a date, please? Is the 16th still?
I'm sorry, what date did you say, Your Honor?
I was asking about June 16th. Is that trial date still open?
That is still open, Your Honor.
All right. Does that work, Mr. McGinn?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All
That's
right.
on both cases, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, sir. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Mr. Todd, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right. For some reason, my head's a little stopped up. Maybe that's pollen related. So if I sound funny, I apologize.
Oh, no problem. It's how long have you been in Florida?
7 years.
Oh, all right. Never mind then.
Yes.
Apparently, the entire state south of Tallahassee is just one big mound of allergens.
Yeah, I think that's it because I've only been down here for a year. Prior to that, I was in Jacksonville. It is a little different here.
Yeah, it's extraordinary. My poor dog had the worst skin allergies, and we didn't understand what the problem was. And they're like, it's Florida. People, dogs, everybody's just allergic to this entire state. So I'll try to take it easy on you.
All right.
All right. You ready?
I am.
Which order would you like to go? You want to just do alphabetical? Is that easier for you, or?
Yeah, let's do alphabetical.
Okay. Jorge Acosta, 21 TR 9617.
Yes, sir. This will be a change of plea.
Okay. All right. Withhold adjudication, court costs. Kyle gave him a break, and he's got a really good driving record.
Thank you.
All right. Joseph Agabiti, 21 TR 9345.
Yes, sir. It appears to be a clean record. We're going to enter a change of plea.
All right. 79 on Vanderbilt Road. Pretty good driving record. Yeah, indulge me for just a moment. Well, look at that. Okay. I can do withhold with school.
4 hours?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, withhold 4-hour driving school, $250 fine plus cost. Got a good driving record. All right. Carlos Alberto Alva Gustafson, 21 TR 8664.
Yes, sir. This will be a change of plate. Appears to be a clean record.
All right. All right, withhold of adjudication, $150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Ronald Alvarado, 21 TR 8997.
This is a change of play as well, Your Honor.
Okay. Withhold of adjudication, $150 fine plus cost. Omar Jesus Argot, 21 TR 8994.
Take a look here at my notes.
Brandon.
This is a change of play. No crash indicated. Stop sign violation. Well,
I'm sorry?
I'm going to stand by for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a change of play.
No. All right. Withhold adjudication, $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Sorry, what was the fine?
60, please.
Thank you.
All right. Andre Beck, 21 TR 9395.
No contest.
All right. Withhold adjudication, $175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Fidel Bejarano Fernandez, 21 TR 3770. $119 in the 70.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, this is fast.
Yeah.
It's not at the 50 threshold, and I'm you know, that's still not a good thing. You know, 49 over is fast.
Yes, sir.
My client does appear to have a clean driving record. License was issued in November, so I mean that's not a lot of time. I know. Born in 1990. You know, I'm thinking maybe, of course, school would be appropriate. Maybe an 8-hour school with a withhold.
Just a moment. Oh, he was also driving on a learner's license.
I think and this is me filling in some blanks. I don't see where he received it, or he hasn't hired us for a citation regarding a learner's violation. So I think it goes to poor supervision. I'm sure somebody was in the vehicle with them and not advising them, hey, but you need to slow down. I mean, it's the interstate, but that's fast.
No, he got a he did get a ticket for that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a moment.
I'm gonna feel like a dummy if it was
Yeah, it was you.
yeah.
Sorry. I don't blame you. You have an excuse. You got sniffles. It's hard to clear your memory. But yeah. You resolved it back in March. So
let me take a look here. That's
would you
yeah. I see what happened. He hired us at 2 different times for those tickets, oddly enough.
Would you want to set up a hearing and see if you want to talk to the officer, maybe present mitigation?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right, let's get a hearing date, please.
June 16th at 1:30.
Okay. All right, Joshua Bello, 21 TR 6801.
Yes, sir. This is a speeding infraction. This be a change of plea. In this case, my client's been licensed since 17. Last infraction was 2018.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Withhold adjudication, 155 plus cost.
Thank you.
Iranius Dion Bentley, 21 TR 2937.
Okay. Let me take a look here. See, this is a case where most of my citations are in alphabetical order. Some aren't, but I got to take a look here. Speeding infraction, Your Honor. The driving record, I'm showing some red light cameras on there.
I don't count those because
because
somebody else could have been driving that car.
That's my impression of it, and that was my impression of it prior to becoming an attorney.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's up to policymakers to decide, the appropriateness of using red light cameras. That's not for me to say, but I can't hold that against a driver under these circumstances because I can't say with any certainty that they're the ones who actually got, who committed that offense. It doesn't happen in their car.
Right.
And yes, I know you can present a defense that it wasn't me who was driving and so on and so forth, but a lot of people just don't do that. They just pay the ticket.
Right.
So that's my rationale behind it, why I don't count it against them.
No contest on this case.
Yes, sir. Sorry, that's probably a much longer explanation you were looking for.
All right.
Withhold adjudication, 155 plus cost.
Thank you.
All right. James Lee Brown, 21 TR 7149.
This is a no contest here. Traffic control device looks like a no passing zone sign, no crash indicated.
All right. What would you like to do?
Resolve it, no contest.
Okay. All right, withhold of adjudication. $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Alan Peter Buell, BUHL, 21 TR 8101.
Yes, sir. I have some speed alleged on the interstate, clean record, no contest.
All right, withhold of adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Emilio Campos Oliveros, 21 TR 9483.
No contest. Looks like a good record here.
Withhold of adjudication, 155 plus cost. Hold on one moment.
Okay.
Ruby, you turned off your camera. Are you still with us?
Sorry, I'm just like trying not to cough.
No, you're okay. I just want to make sure we didn't lose you. If we were plowing forward without you, that would have caused a big problem.
We're fine. Thank you, Judge.
You can go turn your camera off again if you need to. Just to make sure we didn't lose you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Because that doesn't happen in a courtroom. I don't suddenly have a clerk just poof and disappear on me. All right, sorry. Moving on. Maria Del Rosario Cardenas, 2 cases.
Yes, sir. Can we reset the pretrial on these? There's a speed alleged and a fair to display registration. The registration, I had sent an email to my client asking if my client could provide a copy. I have not received a reply. It's been a few days, but not a week. I just want to give them the benefit of providing that information.
Sure. Roughly a month. Does that work for you?
That's fine.
All right, clerk, can I get another clerk? Ruby, I'm sorry, excuse me. I meant to say Madam Clerk. That was rude. I'm sorry. Can I please get another pretrial date?
Let me just make sure we still have space. I think we have June 1st at 9 a.m.
That works, sir?
June 1st?
Yes, sir.
That's fine.
All right, let's do that, please. Alexander Casanova, 21 TR 7637. All right. 9 over.
Yes, sir. This would be a change of plea. Looks like the. Before I jump the gun, let me double check my notes here.
Yes, I think your inclination is correct. The
Okay.
officer gave your client a break.
Yeah, that'd be no contest.
All right. Withhold of adjudication, $25 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Nicole Cassiano, 21 TR 8018.
And you have to forgive me again. I've got a different personal style today with my dockets. That's I'm not as quick.
Oh, you're doing fine.
Give me 1 second, Your Honor. I have to I have to look at this one.
Sure.
I have to look at this one.
No problem.
No contest, Your Honor.
All right, and I'll make sure I'm in the right place. We're still on Miss Cassiano, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Withhold of adjudication, $25 fine plus cost. George Cave, 20 TR 29552. $110 and the 70.
Yes, sir. 110 and the 70 is alleged. see what we got here.
Did you were you able to obtain a New York DL? Looks like you did. And oh no, sorry, that's not it. That's the radar log from the officer.
Yeah, I'm looking now. Some of these I know it doesn't look it right now, but Friday I spent about 6 hours of that day preparing for this docket, and some things got past me. I'm just looking at my. I don't have a driving record. He had another case where he had a companion case that was resolved regarding validity of his New York license, and his license is valid. I just don't have a driving record. I think it's this is you had already reset this case once for me to provide a driving record, and I haven't been able to get it. So I'll just resolve it if we can.
Well, I'm not inclined to do a withhold. Are you still willing to resolve it today?
Let me double check my note here.
Sure.
Yeah, let's resolve this. I sent an email to my client the date of the hold on. Yeah, let's resolve it.
All right. All right, adjudication, 250 fines plus cost.
Thank you.
Juan Manuel Coa Velasquez, 21 TR 7479. All right. So move over violation.
Yeah, this is a change of plea, Your Honor.
All right, withhold adjudication. $30 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Jessica Colantes, 21 TR 7391.
Yes, sir. This is a unlawful speed, not a mandatory appearance. We would enter a change of plea.
Okay, withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Cesar Claudio Corzo.
Yes, sir. We got an allegation of yep, Cesar Corzo, 90 and a 70.
Yes, sir. You have another one, a Gabriella Corzo, but this is
right. This Cesar Corzo is a change of plea. Appears to be a clean record. License issued in 1989.
Okay. Withhold adjudication, 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
And then we have Gabriella Corzo, 21 TR 7423.
Yes, sir. This is also unlawful speed. The driving record here appears to be clean. We would enter a change of plea.
All right. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Olga Enid Cotto, 21 TR 9219.
Sir, alleged 95 and a 70. No contest, appears to be a good record.
All right. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost. Valon Thomas Cruz, 2 tickets, 21 TR 4932 and 4946.
Yes, sir. Can we reset the pretrial on this? But each of these, this is a license suspension. He's currently invalid. I want to have an opportunity to call him. He's 17. I want to have an opportunity to call him, give an opportunity to kind of square some issues away.
It's been suspended since November.
Yeah, it looks like. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I will certainly give you a chance to. He already has. He has a withhold on a non-criminal DWS disposition in March. He's got a withhold on a criminal DWS in Miami in March. I will give you a chance to try to smack some sense into your clients.
Well, I appreciate that. Ordinarily, I might be less inclined to ask for another continuance, but
he's 17.
He's 17. I mean, I don't want him to get too jammed up.
I completely agree. I'll let you do your job. Try to figure something out for your client. I don't know what he's doing, but he's too young to dig himself into this much trouble this fast.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Is a month enough time for you to try to work on the case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ruby, can I get a date and month out, please?
Yes, and just to clarify, was that for another pretrial or hearing?
Yes.
For pretrial? Okay, so then it would be June 1st at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, both cases, please. All right. Marta de Moray, 21 TR 9145.
Yes, sir. We have a allegation of speed here. A no contest plea.
All right, withhold adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Was that 170 or 175?
175, please.
Thank you.
Kenny DeJuste, 21 TR 9008.
Yes, Your Honor. This will be a change of plea. The driving record looks like it's pretty good. There's a crash indicated, but no prior speeds.
Yes, sir. All right, withhold adjudication, 150 fine plus costs. Alexander Duran, 21 TR 9217.
Yes, sir. This is a lawful speed allegation, 29 over. Let me just double check my note here.
Was there an accompanying criminal ticket? No, there wasn't. Never mind.
No, sir. It's just this, I believe.
Yep.
It looks like the officer was fairly lenient. My client's driving record indicates 2020, specifically June, was not a great period of time.
Yeah. Well, three tickets at once.
Yeah, non-moving violations.
Okay, now here's. I wish I knew what the story was with that, only because it's a seatbelt, an obscure tag, and leaving a vehicle unattended. How do you get a seatbelt and leaving a vehicle unattended at the same time?
Well, I can think of a couple ways, but none of them were very flattering to the officer.
Fair enough. All right, you want to resolve this one today?
Let's resolve it, please.
All right, withhold 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
All right. Ruth Wensley Eliador, 2 tickets.
Yes, sir. No contest on each. I filed an exhibit in each case. He's currently valid, and he provided me a copy of his driver's license, which was not on his person at the time of stop.
All right. On the DL not carried, I don't see the exhibit. When was it? Oh, when was it filed?
I filed that one yesterday, late, maybe 4 o'clock.
All right. It's probably just still in the queue.
Okay.
I will take your word for it. And then, yeah, here's the other one. Proof of valid license. All right. Both cases are dismissed.
Thank you.
Victor Manuel Estrada Lara, 2 cases, 21 TR 6752 and 8036.
Yes, sir. The let me.
What is the unsafe condition?
The unsafe condition was he had a inoperable trailer. Tail light.
Trailer, yeah.
Now he has filed. He sent me an email. I talked to him on Friday. He sent me an email this morning, about an hour and a half ago, of the trailer with the same tag number as listed on the citation, with what appears to be a new. It appears to be a newer coupling plug and a new taillight lens altogether.
Okay.
I don't see the. It's a daytime photograph. I don't see where the bulb is illuminated, but it appears to be some replacement parts on that.
All right. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt if you would supplement the file with that that document, please.
Okay.
All right. So in 21 TR 6752, which is the inoperable taillight ticket, that's going to be dismissed. I said I would just request that you please supplement the file.
Yes, sir.
On the other ticket to failure by traffic control device, what would you like to do?
This will be a change of play on this.
Okay. All right. Withhold adjudication, $60 fine plus costs. If you need a moment, it's okay.
I'm all right. Thank you. We'll accept that.
All right. All right. Javier Fernandez Cabrera, 21 TR 9463.
Yes, sir. We got a speed allegation here. I'm sorry, I'm taking a minute in between these.
No, you're quite right. No, I had the sniffles about 2 months ago, and everyone panicked, and I had to go get a COVID test. And I was like, it's seasonal allergies. I get this every March.
Everybody gives you a dirty look, like you got the
Right.
some biblical play.
I know the exact feeling I get every single March. My allergies go berserk. I said, here it comes. But I had to go get a COVID test to convince everybody I really had allergies.
Sure. This Fernandez Cabrera, correct?
Yes.
This will be a change of plea, Your Honor.
All right. All right. All right. Withhold adjudication, $175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Alejandro Cesar Fernandez Pozo, 2 cases, 21 TR 4814 4833.
Okay, let me see here.
Speeding ticket and
Yeah, there's a speeding ticket and a seatbelt ticket, Your Honor.
there's another one where they're
Let me see here. Yeah, this is one of your favorite types of circumstances here.
Yeah, but this one's not as bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not as bad. You know, this is 92 and a 70, not 120 in a 70 with a small child unbelted in the back.
Right. That's correct. You anticipated my
yeah
counter argument there.
Yeah. No, it's not as bad as some of the other ones that you and I have seen.
And I get it. I get your point. When I was writing tickets, I never wrote a warning for a child seat violation. But if well, you know what?
Okay.
I'll leave it there. This will be a change of plea in each case, Your Honor.
All right. Let me take a look at the driving record. All right. It's a good driving record, as far as I can tell. Withhold of adjudication on the speeding ticket, which is, Ruby, this one's 4814. Withhold of adjudication, 175 plus costs. And on the seatbelt ticket, withhold $30 fine plus costs.
Thank you.
Jose Fernandez, 21 TR 6489. And you had filed a motion to dismiss?
That's correct. It was a Robinson argument for vagueness.
Well, this time they did actually put that in the body. Violation of traffic control device, speed limit sign, and put the type of measurement device used.
Okay, I think my argument was based off of I don't know what the speed limit is okay, so that's a denial of the motion.
Well, let me take a look.
But I know it's a speed limit sign. My argument, which is not as strong as not identifying the sign at all, is I don't know what the speed limit is. But I do understand it is a traffic control device citation and not a unlawful speed.
No, but you have a point.
I know the threshold for proof of a traffic control device related to speed is much less than a speeding infraction. I mean, there's less evidence that could be required to prove the case. However, as an attorney representing a client or even a client representing himself, the instrument does not list the specifics of the nature of that infraction because it would potentially matter as it relates to whether to go to trial or not, or strategizing. If it was traffic control device related to speed with a 30 plus or a 50 plus, it might govern your decisions differently than if it was just 9 or 10 over.
Sure. All right, motion to dismiss is granted.
Thank you.
All right, Juan Pablo Gala Rodriguez.
Sir, this is a 10 over violation. We would enter a change of plea in this case.
Hold on, none was. All right. Client has a Florida driver's license, but I don't have a driving record in the file. Let me look it up here.
I'm showing one on the clerk's website, issued 2016. It appears to be 0 infractions.
Yeah, I mean we're having we are having a problem with our software where it's just not pulling everything out of the clerk system that it should.
I understand.
So, give me just a moment.
And I get your point. It is kind of funny. I get a docket where I have 80 cases and 75 of them have perfectly clean records. What are the odds of that?
Probably slimmer than my chance of hitting the big jackpot in the Powerball this week.
Yeah,
But yeah, and the thing is, and, this problem was supposed to have been fixed, but it just may not have happened quite yet because some of these records were run in March and we fixed the problem.
Right.
April. So in theory, we'll find out. But so you and everybody else have a bunch of clients who've gotten some really good deals, and you get to look good. It's great. All right. This is first ticket. Withhold of adjudication. $100 fine plus costs. All right. Mia Gamayo, 21TR8874.
Yes, Your Honor. This will be a change of plea in this case. The record appears to be clean. My client received his driver's license January of 2020.
Well, we had a whole year. All right. Withhold adjudication. 155 plus cost. Jandy Garcia.
Yes, Your Honor. Let me see here. We have a unlawful speed. No contest here.
Hold on just a moment.
Sure.
I think I might know your client. Let me just make sure. No, sorry. Long story short, Jandy Garcia, who was a victim in a aggravated battery case that I had prosecuted once. His father-in-law he got into a fight with his father-in-law and ended up being like a sword fight in the street. Mr. Garcia got stabbed with a kitchen knife and sliced from his navel to his sternum. He was basically disemboweled, and took a machete to the head.
Wow.
And it was quite a trial, to say the least. It was a well-fought trial, and the whole thing was over Mr. Garcia making fun of his father-in-law for being in league with Castro, which his father-in-law took great offense to, and it escalated into this big knife fight.
So yeah, well, passions were high, I suppose.
They were, and there was alcohol involved. So
Okay, well, that'll do it.
Moving on. Sorry, I don't know him.
Well, thanks for checking the.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, just because it was one of those cases. It was a trial, so I had a lot of contact with this gentleman. I got to know him very well, and it's just one of those that, if this was him, I would probably give it to another judge because I knew him quite well over the course of that case.
Understood.
But this is not him. So, what would you like to do?
No contest.
Okay. Withhold adjudication. 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Jimmy Isaac Garcia Salazar, 21TR9417.
Yes, sir. We got unlawful speed here. No contest appears to be a clean record.
All right. Withhold of adjudication. 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Pierre Claude Gellin, 21TR8140.
Yes, sir. Alleged speed infraction. Your Honor, this is this driving record does appear to be incomplete, but what's showing appears to be good.
Well, like I said,
we would enter a change of plea.
All right. Withhold adjudication. 175 plus cost.
Thank you, sir.
Brian Lamar Godwin, 21TR7449.
Yes, sir. We got a speeding infraction here.
Previous speeding in 17, but otherwise good.
Yes, sir. This will be a change of plea.
Withhold 150 plus cost.
Thank you.
Sarai Harris, 21 TR 8409.
Sir, would you consider withhold maybe with some school in this? This is a 102 and a 70.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Withhold 4-hour driving school, 250 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Brett Hockman, 21 TR 8456.
Yes, sir. Let me double check, make sure I filed the. I'm not sure if I filed the driving record.
I don't see it, but once again, with the way my software issues have been going on, doesn't mean it's not there.
Okay. Let me double check my records, see if I have. Yeah, that's correct. I have not filed the driving record. I don't even think an attempt was made, so you don't see it. It's my fault. I have it.
All right. Do you want to reset it so you can file it?
Yes.
Okay. Ruby, could we please? You okay? Do you need me to take a break? Do you need a moment?
Oh, it's okay. I already got something.
Okay. If you need me to stop for a moment so you can get a drink or something, I can stop.
No, I got one. Yes, that's why I turned it off. Yes, thank you.
All right. Yep. Listen, I drink my coffee on camera. It's perfectly okay if you do as well.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
We need another pretrial date, please.
We have June 1st at 9 a.m. available.
Thank you.
All right, let's do that, please. All right. Julia Marie Hauser, 21 TR 9708.
Yes, sir. This is a speed violation. This be a change of plea. My client has 2 prior speeding violations. This does appear to be a complete record.
It does.
2019 and 2016.
Yeah, starting in April, I think is when we're going to start to see the complete records again.
I got you.
All right. All right. I can do a withhold with school. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, we'll accept that. That's fair. Thank you.
All right. Withhold 4-hour driving school, 175 plus costs. Giovanni Hurtado, 21 TR 8875.
Yes, sir. We got a speeding infraction here. You just pull it up.
I just see some red light tickets.
Yeah, this is a change of plea.
Okay. Withhold 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Henry Jesus Infante, 21 TR 9305.
Yes, sir. This will be a change of plea as well.
All right. Withhold 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Rudy Jeremy, 21 TR 5530.
No contest, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, withhold adjudication, $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Clarion Jimenez Simo Velasquez. It ends Velasquez. I'm going to guess Velasquez. 21 TR 6655.
Your Honor, if it makes you feel better, my notes are the same as yours. Ends with a U.
Maybe that's just the end of the name. It just looked like it just got cut off. No, that's what's on the driving record. Okay.
Yeah, that's it's new to me.
No, that's fine. I just didn't want to mispronounce someone's name just because my computer had said you can't have that many letters.
Yes, sir. This will be a change of plea in this case.
All right. All right, withhold of adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
All right, Bailey Corbin Kaiser, 21 TR 9717.
What's the last name?
Oh, I'm sorry, this is Mr. Bernstein's case. Are you covering for Mr. Bernstein?
No, sir.
All right, then I'll keep moving. Paul Ambrose Keefe, 21 TR 8110.
Yes, sir. This will be a change of plea, clean record.
All right, withhold of adjudication, 155 plus cost.
Thank you.
Amy Lachette Little, 2 tickets, 21 TR 8852, 21 TR 8869.
Yes, sir. Any chance we could withhold on one of these bad boys with some school, maybe? I know this is the facts here on the citation. I mean, it's not fun to hear. I know it's 103 and a posted 40 with a youngin.
5-year-old child not in a restraint device going more than 100 miles an hour down the interstate. I think you know how I feel about this.
Well, let's set this for a hearing, and
Yes.
yeah, let's do that.
If you really want to have something entertaining, you can invite your clients to join us for the hearing, and I can tell them what I really think about it if the state is otherwise able to prove its case.
That would be and probably beneficial. Well, thank you. What's the
For them, not for you.
Right.
Not for you and you know what you are attempting to accomplish with your job.
Right.
I think we're still on the June 16th.
June 16 at 1:30, yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You know, for what it's worth, but in all seriousness though, and there's very limited tools I have in traffic court to affect behavior. Sometimes just talking to somebody, I think, has a much greater effect than any fine or driving something like that can actually do.
I would tend to agree that that's a useful tool. There is a level of significance. It's all very real when somebody in a in a position of authority in a robe is
Right.
they're talking to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, you have a job to do, and you do it well. And you know, you'll resolve her case one way or another. You'll send her a letter with the outcome, and that doesn't, regardless of whatever sentence may be imposed, if the state proves its case, none of that will ever have anywhere close to the effect as if I just had a conversation with that person. But I understand why that wouldn't be the best way for you to handle your job. I can understand that. So I'm not trying to encourage you to do that. I'm just saying, from my perspective,
Sure.
Yeah. Moving on. Sorry. Malin Lopez Iglesias.
Yes, sir. This is
9167.
we're going to enter a change of plea here. It's a red related to a red light violation, clean record, no crash indicated.
All right. All right, withhold of adjudication. 155 plus cost.
Thank you.
Caitlin Victoria Lopez, and to be clear, you also have a Kenzie Lopez. This is Caitlin Lopez. 21 TR 5157.
Yes, sir. I believe I did file an exhibit in this case with a renewed registration. Or
Yep, got it. Dismissed.
thank you.
All right, so now we have Kenzie Lopez, 21 TR 7262. Uh, 76 and a 45.
Your Honor, I'm not seeing that one on my
That's
list.
actually belonging to Mr.
Oh.
Carmona.
I'm sorry. There's a few attorneys left that haven't appeared yet today. This is Anthony Carmona's counsel record. Are you covering today?
No, sir.
All right. I'll move to the next one. Sorry about that. Luis Daniel Madrid Fernandez, 21 TR 7363.
Yes, sir. This would be a change of plea.
9 over, good record, withhold $25 fine plus costs.
Thank you.
Pablo Emmanuel Malek, 21 TR 8164.
Yes, sir. This is a speeding infraction. This would be a change of plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Raymond Moya, 21 TR 7811.
Change of plea, clean record.
Withhold adjudication, 155 plus costs.
Yes, sir.
Leonardo Naranjo Sanchez, 2 cases, 21 TR 6218 and 6217.
Yes, sir. There's no crash indicated, Your Honor. We have a speed and a following too closely. Let me take a look at the driving record here. Sorry, I haven't.
2 separate tickets for careless driving. Are these issued at the same time?
These are. Let me take a look here. I looked at this on Friday and I took some notes, and now I can't make sense of my own notes.
Yeah, March 2nd, 21 at 10:07, and wow, change 73 and 74 and a 35 while changing lanes and passing is A5A KCTE.
Yeah, so there's a following too closely citation.
Okay, is a careless driving and a following.
Careless.
All right. Seems duplicative.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said seems duplicative to me, but it seems like the following too closely is sort of part of the.
Yeah,
careless driving.
Yeah, and I apologize because it was written down in my notes, or that's an error on my part. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. What would you like to do?
I'd like to resolve these if we could. The driving record looks good. Issued in 2015, and I know that the speed alleged is kind of fast, and I'm thinking maybe some school would be beneficial.
One moment. All right, so for the careless driving ticket, so Ruby, this is 6217. I can do a withhold, but I would do an 8-hour driving school. 74 miles an hour on Golden Gate Parkway near Goodlet. 74 and 35 in that area. I would do an 8-hour driving school for the withhold on that one. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, we would accept that. I understand where you're coming from on that.
All right, withhold adjudication, 8-hour driving school, $60 fine plus cost. And then on 6218, withhold of adjudication, $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you, sir. We'll accept.
All right. Kelvin Nunez Fernandez.
Let me take a look here.
Here we go again. So weird. No driving record till I refresh. There it is.
This may be a change of plea, Your Honor.
All right. Withhold 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
All right. Osmani Nunez, 21 TR 6757.
Yes, sir. We got a. Give me a second here. Traffic control device related to speed. The driving record appears to be incomplete, truth be told, but what's showing is good. It looks like the officer gave my client a break on picking the choice of statute here. We would enter a change of plea here.
All right. All right. Fair enough. Withhold adjudication, $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Matthew Olischuk, 21 TR 9704.
Yes, sir. Speeding infraction. Would you consider a withhold maybe with some school? I see my client got a speeding ticket about a year prior to this one.
Yeah. All right, I can do that. Withhold 4-hour driving school, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Andy Ortega, 21 TR 9440.
Yes, sir. I had filed a copy of the driving record in this case,
Yes, sir.
which looks good. We would enter a change of plea.
Okay. Withhold adjudication, 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Fidel Osorio Portes, 21 TR 757.
That belongs to Attorney Schwartz, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sorry. When I do these dockets, I arrange them by attorney, but when I switch to you, sir, when I go to alphabetical order, all the attorneys get mixed up again. So
Understood. It's all right. You're keeping us on our toes. That's good.
that's what I'm doing. Yes, this was a test. Yes, you passed, really. Well done. All right. Bienvenido Segundo Perez, 21 TR 9467.
Yes, sir. It's a speed infraction. We would enter a change of plea here.
There was a November of 19. All right. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, Judge, was that 175 or 170?
175.
Okay, thank you.
Piero Picasso Perdici, 21 TR 7499.
Yes, sir. This would be a change of plea. Appears to be a clean record.
Okay. All right, withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Arturo Pina Hernandez, 21 TR 9142.
Yes, sir. This would be a change of play as well. Appears to be a good record.
Withhold $25 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
So I've got a Mary Ellen Polker that doesn't seem to have counsel.
Your Honor, may I have that case number?
Sure, 21 TR 6239. I want to make sure it wasn't put on here if there was if you might have filed a notice of appearance, we just didn't upload it yet or anything like that. Sure.
Actually, Your Honor, I did question that case earlier today. It was not meant to be on this docket, so it was removed before we started.
Okay, so it's already been taken off. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Then I've got Aldana Quiroz, QUIROZ, 21 TR 7733.
Yes, sir. That'd be a change of play. Looks like a good record.
All right, withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Cesar Resendez Castorena, 21 TR 6699.
Yes, sir. I'm showing 2 citations. Yeah. There's 6699 and 6714.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Your Honor, they are respectively a speeding infraction and a window tint issue. I'd like to resolve both with a change of plea. It looks like a clean record. The window tint has not been fixed, and I'm not certain that my client has intent to fix it.
All right, fair enough. All right, on the speeding ticket, withhold 175 plus costs.
Okay.
And I'm sure you advise your client that if he doesn't fix it, he's just going to keep getting to have introductions with law enforcement officers.
Well, yeah, and this it's a windshield tint, and those stick out.
They sure do.
They're really noticeable.
I had when I was a defense attorney, I had a client who drove a metallic green Cadillac with gold rims and super dark tint. And he really liked to smoke marijuana. That was just his thing. And I said, dude, your car does tend to stick out. And the cops know it. If you want to continue your recreational activities, just don't do it in your car. It does tend to draw attention.
Yeah.
So does windshield tint. All right. So I'm sorry, on 21 TR 6699. That was a withhold and excuse me.
I believe you already gave the ruling 175.
Yes. Okay. And then on the tint ticket, withhold $30 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Raymond Revels, 21 TR 9274.
This will be a hearing. Not guilty as a traffic crash. Property damage only.
Okay. The 16th, June 16th.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Judge. June 16th at 1:30.
Is that still open?
It is, Your Honor.
Very good. Fernando Rodriguez Algarin, 2 tickets.
Yes, sir. There's a careless driving citation and an altered exhaust
Yes.
citation. Your Honor, as it relates to case number 21 TR 7272, I had filed a motion to dismiss in that case a Robinson argument. Careless driving with no extra explanation in the to-wit section.
A motion is granted.
Thank you. Your Honor, as it relates to the remaining citation, we would request a hearing.
Okay. Very well.
Judge, I'm so sorry. I think my headphones aren't working correctly. For the 7272 case,
Yes.
all I heard was motion.
The motion to dismiss is granted.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
And then the other one, which is 7273, we're setting that for a hearing.
Okay, and we still have June 16th at 1:30 available.
Okay, let's do that, please.
Thank you.
All right, Eduardo Rodriguez Cabrera, 21 TR 5562. And there's a motion to dismiss.
I'd filed a motion in this case, another Robinson argument.
Agreed. Dismiss.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, I'm going to mute myself for a moment.
Go ahead, take a moment.
All right, I'm back.
You're right.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're almost we're in the home stretch, and then I hope you can take your afternoon off, take a nap, take some some Benadryl or something.
I'll be all right. I just I don't know what it is about today that's yesterday was fine, the day before was fine. Today's just weird. It's a weird day.
All right, Jordan Rose, 21 TR 5599.
Let me see here. Check my note.
Your tag.
Your Honor, this is a citation for a tinted.
One of those covers.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I mean, sorry for saying yeah. I've emailed my client to try to provide or to advise as to whether it's been removed. I suspect it has, but I don't know for certain.
Would you like to reset it?
Let's reset this pretrial, please.
Sure. Let's reset it for another pretrial. Ruby, can you give us a date, please?
A month out?
I'm sorry?
Just one cycle? Or I'm sorry, 1 month out?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have June 1st at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Aborsui? Oh boy. St. Louis. All right, 21 TR 6721. Boy, did I butcher that.
I had filed a. Let me just make sure I got that info. I had filed something in this case. Let me see what that.
See it. Registration plate. That is a picture of it on the car without any sort of cover.
Right. Here's what happened here. Dagnabbit, I can't read my handwriting. Yeah, this was a tag cover, a clear tag cover. My client actually put it on there to prevent, apparently he has a real fear of registration sticker theft. So he put the clear tag cover on there, and then they pulled him over and he goes, "Oh snap, I didn't know I couldn't do that," and immediately removed it.
Okay, dismissed.
Thank you.
Has he had a problem with people stealing his registration sticker?
I didn't want to ask him because I didn't want to insult him, but I've never. Well, that's not true. I've seen it once.
I actually had it just the other week in my infraction ordinance court.
Yeah.
Somebody came along and literally did in fact pull the registration sticker off of somebody's tag, and they were able to prove it because they showed they had a valid registration. They showed where the little sticker had already been removed. I believed them. Somebody in that parking lot had taken their sticker.
You want to hear a funny story about registration stickers?
Sure.
I stopped a car in Maryland one time that didn't have it. Maryland has front tags.
You're right.
Stopped a college student on his way to school because he didn't have registration stickers. There was a month and a year sticker.
Right.
And it turns out he had switched his tags. He was washing his car. He took the tags off so the car could get extra clean, and then put the tags on front to back and back to front. And so I gave him a citation just for doing that wrong. And then he wanted a note because he was late for class, and I said I gave you a note.
Called the ticket.
Yeah.
Right. That is an official note of why
Yeah.
you missed class.
I don't know why you'd have to take your tags off to clean your car, but he did.
You know, some people, and I don't fault them for this because I'm a car guy, when they clean the car, they want it really, really, really clean. They go all out.
Yeah, well, a 63 Corvette, sure. But this was like a 98 Mazda 6 or something, not as cool. So
Fair enough. Listen, I try not to knock people for caring about their cars. I understand. We're car people are weird people. Yes, we are. All right. Alexandra Nicole Serrano.
yes, sir. This is a speeding infraction. Let's enter a change of plea in this case.
Yes, sir. All right. Withhold adjudication, 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Joshua John Silvera, 21 TR 7372.
No contest, Your Honor.
All right. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Michael Trinkowski, 21 TR 9201.
Yes, sir. Let me pull this one up here. It's a speeding infraction. We'll enter a change of plea in this case.
Do this. A speeding ticket for less than 90 on the interstate.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised too.
You don't see that very often. Withhold $100 fine plus costs.
Thank you.
All right. Rafael Urrutia, 21 TR 6963.
Let me take a look.
Okay.
That name's ringing a bell, but I might be confusing it with it's baseball season. No contest, Your Honor.
What do I do here? Withhold adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
All right. Are you covering for Daniel Perez?
No, sir.
Okay. Next one I have then is Angelo Volpe, 21 TR 6942.
Yes, sir. Let me double check. This is
From Brooklyn.
now I'm double checking, make sure I don't have. See if I have the driving record here. Your Honor, I don't have the driving record. This case has already been reset once to obtain a driving record. Now, my understanding with this case is nope, I'm confusing this with a different case. I'm sorry. I don't have the driving record.
Okay. Would you
like to resolve it, Your Honor. This is a non-mandatory appearance. The citation doesn't indicate that was a like a break or anything. It's a voluntary court appearance.
All right. That's fine. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't have the driving record for you.
Sorry. Candace Lauren Williams, 21 TR 8176.
Let me see here. This is a change of plea. It appears to be a clean record.
Okay. Withhold adjudication, 150 fine plus costs.
Thank you.
And I believe that's it.
Yes, sir. I believe so.
Todd, feel better. Get some rest.
Thank you. Good day to you, sir.
Take care.
All right, bye.
All right. So Ruby, we've got these other ones here. Let me take a look and see if they've filed conditional pleas or anything like that. So I'm looking at Mr. Bernstein's case. Bailey Corbin Kaiser, I do not see a conditional plea. Let's set it for final hearing, please.
Yep. And again, that will be June 16th at 1:30.
Okay. Then I've got Kenzie Lynn Lopez with attorney Carmona. All right, set it for final hearing, please.
Okay, June 16th, 1:30.
And obviously, no D6s on any of these.
No, correct.
Right, do not D6. Okay.
No D6.
All right, the next one is Fidel Camilo Osorio Cortez with Mr. Schwartz.
Your Honor, if I may, I believe we already processed one of Mr. Schwartz's cases.
We did?
Yeah, we did, but it was a different attorney covering. So I'm not sure if he knew or if he was just there for that one single case.
I don't know. Let's just set it for final hearing.
Okay.
And then the last one is Rodolfo Vasquez Martinez. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Attorney Daniel Perez was not present in March. Attorney was present in April and continued again. Set it for final hearing, please. Please mark attorney not present.
Okay.
This is apparently the second time this attorney has not appeared. Wait a minute, there was a no contest plea back in February. Why is this even on a pretrial docket? Oh, because it was vacated.
Correct.
All right. Okay. Yeah, set it for final hearing, please.
Okay, did you want that one in front of yourself or we're still doing June 16th?
Nope, I have no preference.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.